Hey, English learners! Welcome back to English Voice Podcast, the place where learning English feels simple, natural, and relaxed. I'm Elena.
And I'm Jax. We're really happy you're here with us today.
If you enjoy learning English with us, don't forget to follow or subscribe to English Voice Podcast and share it with someone who is learning English too. All right, let's jump into today's episode.
Elena, can I ask you something before we start?
Sure.
Have you ever been trying to ask someone a question, maybe about what they do or what they're like or what is happening with them right now, and stopped for a second wondering, should I start with do you or are you? And then just chosen one and hoped the question made sense?
Oh, yes, many times. I remember meeting someone at an event and wanting to ask about their work, and I hesitated. Do you work in this field or are you working in this field? I was not sure which felt more natural, which was more appropriate, whether they meant the same thing or something subtly different. I said one version and it worked, but I left that conversation still wondering.
And that wondering, that quiet uncertainty about such a simple-looking difference is exactly what we are going to clear up today. Because do you and are you look almost identical on the page. Both are questions, both are about you, but they ask completely different kinds of things. And once you feel that difference, you will never hesitate between them again.
So today we're talking about do you and are you, two of the most fundamental question starters in English. Not just the grammar rule, but the feeling behind each one, what kind of world each one opens, what each one is really asking about.
Because in real English conversations, do you and are you are not interchangeable. They open completely different doors, and knowing which door to open and when is one of the most natural things you can feel in everyday English.
Today, we have 3 ideas that will completely change the way you feel about do you and are you. And Jax, I think our listeners are really going to love the third one.
The third one is the one that stays with you, so please stay with us all the way to the end. Let's begin with idea number 1.
Idea number 1. Do you is the question of habits, actions, and general truths. When you begin a question with do you, you're asking about something the person does, regularly, generally, as a pattern, as part of their life. Do you means, is this something you do, generally, as part of how your life goes? Not right now, at this exact second, but generally, as a rule, as something that belongs to who you are and how you live.
Do you like spicy food is asking about your general taste, something true about you most of the time. Do you take the bus to work? Is asking about a regular habit. Do you believe in second chances is asking about your general belief, something true about you beyond this one moment. Do you reaches into the pattern of a person's life.
I want to share something personal. When I first meet someone and I want to learn who they are, not what they are doing right this second, but what their life looks like, what they care about, I ask do you questions. Do you travel much? Do you have a favorite kind of music? Do you like being in the city? These questions open up the whole pattern of someone's life. They are quiet, curious invitations to share who you generally are.
So, the personality of do you is general, habitual, and revealing. It reaches into the regular patterns of a person's life. Every do you question invites someone to share something about how they consistently live and think and feel.
Okay, let's move to idea number 2, and this is where are you enters, and the whole feeling of the question shifts.
Idea number 2. Are you is the question of states, conditions, and what is happening right now. When you begin a question with are you are asking about what someone is at this moment, in this situation, at this particular point in time. Are you asks about being, not doing.
Are you okay? Are you tired? Are you enjoying yourself? Are you feeling better? Are you comfortable? Are you free tomorrow? In every one of these, you are asking about a state, a condition, a feeling, a situation that is true right now or relevant to this specific moment. Are you reaches into the current state of a person.
And are you connects to the verb to be. And to be is the verb of states and conditions, not actions. Are you is asking, what is your current state? How are you right now? What condition are you in? What is happening with you in this particular moment or period?
Are you enjoying this? Is asking about your experience right now in this conversation at this event. Are you ready? Is asking about your current state of readiness at this specific moment. Are you coming to the meeting? Is asking about your current plan, what is true for you right now with regard to this specific situation.
And this is the beautiful heart of the difference. Do you enjoy parties is asking about your general relationship with parties. Do you like them as a rule? Are you enjoying the party is asking about right now, this party, your current experience in this specific moment. Same subject, same person, completely different question.
I want to share something personal again. When someone I care about seems quiet or different from usual, my first question is always an are you question. Are you okay? Are you tired? Are you worried about something? These questions reach into their current state, what is happening with them right now. Are you is a reaching toward the present truth of a person.
So, the personality of are you is immediate, present, and caring. It reaches into the current state of a person, what they feel, what is happening, what is true for them right now. Are you is one of the most human question forms in English because it asks, what are you right now, in this moment? How are you right now?
And now, as promised, idea number 3, the one we have been building toward. Are you ready?
Tell him, Elena.
Idea number 3. Sometimes do you and are you can both be used in very similar situations, but the choice between them subtly changes what you are asking and how it lands.
And learning to feel that subtle difference is one of the most natural things you can do for your English conversation.
Compare these two questions. Do you work here? And are you working here? Both ask about work in this place. But do you work here is asking about a permanent or general arrangement. Is this your job, your regular place? Are you working here is asking about the current situation, maybe a temporary role, maybe a project, something happening right now that may or may not be permanent.
Do you live in London? Is asking about your general home, where you live as a rule. Are you living in London? Suggests something more temporary. Are you based there right now for this period of your life? Do you study English? Is asking about a general habit. Are you studying English? Is asking about your current activity, what you are doing at this point in time.
And here's something really important to notice. Are you questions about current activities often use the present continuous, the ing form. Are you working? Are you studying? Are you living? While do you questions about habits use the simple present. Do you work? Do you study? Do you live? The ing form and the simple form point to different kinds of present time. I want to tell you about a listener who wrote to us. Her name is Yuki, and she wrote from Japan. You may remember Yuki from our See versus Watch episode. She said she had spent years starting almost every question with are you, even when do you would have been more natural. Are you like movies? Are you enjoy reading? These do not work because like and enjoy are not action verbs in the way that working or studying are.
She learned that are you needs a state, a condition, or a continuous action after it. Are you tired? Are you enjoying? Are you ready? Are you studying? But when you ask about general preferences, habits, or truths, do you is almost always the natural choice. Do you like? Do you enjoy? Do you believe? These reach into the general pattern, not the current moment.
And she tried something small. For 1 week, whenever she wanted to ask someone a question, she paused for 1 second and asked herself, am I asking about what they generally do or like? Or am I asking about what is true for them right now? General pattern, do you? Current state or current action, are you? Just that one quiet pause changed the naturalness of almost every question she asked.
She wrote to us a few weeks later and said, someone told me recently that my English felt very natural, that I asked exactly the right question at the right moment. I asked her, do you enjoy surprises, before planning something. She noticed I had not said, are you enjoying surprises, which would have sounded strange. She said it felt like a small door had quietly opened.
That story gives me chills every single time.
So here is your permission. Use do you when you are asking about general habits, preferences, activities, and truths, what someone does, likes, believes, or experiences as a regular part of their life. Use are you when you are asking about current states, feelings, conditions, or ongoing activities, what someone is, feels, or is doing right now, in this moment or this particular period.
Okay, let's take a gentle pause now and do our word tour, a calm, quiet walk through some of the words and phrases from today.
Just a few, slowly, so they settle into you.
First word, habit. A habit is something you do regularly, as a pattern. Do you is the question of habits, asking about the regular patterns of someone's life. For example, her habit of reading before sleep was one she had kept for 30 years. Habit. Habit.
Next word, state. A state is a condition or way of being, how something or someone is at a particular moment. Are you is the question of states. For example, she was in a calm and open state of mind when the decision finally came to her. State. State.
Next word, tendency. A tendency is a general inclination, something you are likely to do or feel as a rule. Do you questions often uncover tendencies. For example, he had a tendency to underestimate how long things would take. Tendency. Tendency.
Next word, immediate. Immediate means happening or existing right now. Are you is immediate. It reaches into this present moment. For example, her immediate reaction was surprise, followed quickly by something that felt like relief. Immediate. Immediate.
Next word, continuous. Continuous means ongoing, in progress. Are you questions about current activities use the continuous form. Are you working? Are you studying? For example, the continuous hum of the city was something she had gradually stopped noticing. Continuous. Continuous.
And our last word today, reveal. To reveal means to make something known. Do you questions are wonderfully revealing. They invite someone to share the regular patterns of their inner life. For example, the question she asked revealed more about her own curiosity than it did about the person she was asking. Reveal. Reveal.
6 words today: habit, state, tendency, immediate, continuous, and reveal. Try to use one of them this week, even in your head, even in a sentence you write before you sleep, because a word you use is a word you keep.
And a word you only hear passes through you like wind. But a word you feel, a word you connect to a real moment in your life, that word becomes yours forever.
Okay, now it is your turn, and this is our favorite part of every episode.
Yes, because now the conversation belongs to you.
Here is your challenge. Write 4 questions, 2 starting with do you, and 2 starting with are you. Let your do you questions reach into someone's general life, their habits, preferences, beliefs, or tendencies. Let your are you questions reach into someone's current state, how they feel right now, what they are doing, what is true for them in this moment.
Then imagine asking those 4 questions to someone you care about. Notice how the do you questions feel like an invitation to share who they generally are. Notice how the are you questions feel like a reaching toward who they are right now. Let that feeling guide you.
For example, do you find it easy to ask for help when you need it? Do you tend to think things through before you speak, or do you prefer to think out loud? Are you feeling settled where you are right now in your life? Are you working on something that genuinely excites you at the moment?
Or, do you believe that people can truly change? Do you enjoy spending time completely alone? Are you getting enough rest these days? Are you happy with how things are going right now?
Are you happy with how things are going right now? Do you believe that people can truly change? I would want someone to ask me both of those. One, reaching into my general beliefs, one, reaching into my current state. Together, they paint a whole picture of a person. Do you and are you working together?
So, please write your 4 questions in the comments. Make them genuine. Make them the kind of questions you would actually want to ask someone, and notice which starter feels right for each one.
And know this. When you write your comment, you are not just practicing grammar. You are practicing the art of asking good questions, of being curious about people in the right way, at the right level, in the right moment. And that is one of the most valuable things a person can do.
And your questions might be exactly what another learner needs today. Someone who has been using are you for everything and not understanding why some questions sound slightly off. And then they read your do you questions and something shifts. Oh, that is what I was reaching for. I can feel the difference now.
One honest sentence gives permission to 100 quiet hearts.
Before we close today, thank you for listening all the way to this moment. That's not a small thing.
And to anyone who has been hesitating between do you and are you, that hesitation is behind you now. Do you for the general patterns of a life. Are you for the current state of a person. Ask the question that reaches toward what you truly want to know, and let the answer surprise you.
Do you for what someone generally does, thinks, and feels? Are you for what someone is and is doing right now? 2 question starters, 2 completely different kinds of curiosity, all yours now.
Language that asks the right question is language that truly connects.
If this episode helped you even a little, please give it a like, subscribe to English Voice Podcast, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Your support helps this little podcast reach more learners, and every new listener is one more person who feels a little less alone in this journey.
Until next time, take care of your English, and take care of yourselves. This was English Voice Podcast. I'm Elena.
And I'm Jax. We will see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.